Hello, welcome to Talking Rubbish Recycle Content, where we recycle the most useful bits of the weekly podcast. Join us as we discuss the process of recycling our waste. Are certain items rubbish or not? And we get to answer weekly listener questions. I'm James Piper, author of The Rubbish Book, and I'm joined by Robbie Staniforth, my far from rubbish friend. Rich, who talked about litter picking and the fact that he goes litter picking, and often, I should say actually, Rich was telling me it was his son who was very excited about DRS coming in. He was at pains to say, my son disagrees with your views on DRS.
Okay, his son's thinking, cashola.
Exactly. His son started thinking, all this litter picking I do, I'm going to be rich. Not rich, the question.
Not my dad.
Not my dad. Like money rich. And unfortunately, though, whenever he's doing his litter picking, he's litter picking up cans that have been flattened. And so Rich was thinking, is my son going to actually get rich? Or are we in a situation where flattened cans will not get their deposit back? Robbie, thoughts?
Well, you might think this is a bit rich, but if they can't be recognised by the machine,
yeah,
you probably won't get the deposit back because if the barcode can't be read. And so over-the-counter return points might give a bit more leeway, because it's not a machine saying sort of computer says no, we reject it. So maybe take them to over-the-counter return points. You might have a bit more luck, but if they can't be read by this machine, you're going to have a bit of a problem with getting that deposit back. And the reason for that is because the DRS regulations for deposit return schemes on beverage containers say that they're allowed to refuse soiled, not empty, not recognizable containers. And that's in Part 3, Regulation 10. It's all underneath circumstances in which a person is not entitled to a relevant amount for a returnable item. So it is in there in law. And I think it probably most likely will be enacted when it becomes operational. It's just simply because they're worried about fraud, worried about people pretending to give back something that isn't an actual redeemable deposit.
Speaking of litter with DRS, one thing we haven't talked about that you do see in major cities that I think does need thinking through is people going through bins looking for cans and bottles. The second you make cans and bottles valuable, people who want the deposit will go to some lengths to find bottles and cans. And so one way cities have curbed this is by putting like a little ridge on the side of the bin where you can donate your bottle and can and then someone else can claim the deposit. And that works quite well. But it'll be interesting when the UK introduces it, this view that it reduces litter. I think we need to solve some of the human behaviours that some people have within city centres to kind of empty out bins looking for things, because actually that could increase litter. Thank you so much for listening to Talking Rubbish Recycle Content. Remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, leave us a review and follow us on social media where we are at Rubbish Podcast. These clips come from the weekly show, which you can find by just searching for Talking Rubbish. Special thanks to our sponsor EcoSurety and all of you for taking the time to support us in our mission to help everyone to recycle better. There is nothing left for me to say other than see you next bin day. Bye.
Bye.